Seen here is an image from our level design document that outlays all of the future gameplay beats for the player as they move through the level. So I've gone ahead prior to this video and placed instances of all the actors we've created up to this point to suit the gameplay needs here as designed in the level design document. The first actors I placed that we're going to review here are the ones that have to do with gameplay inside the abandoned mill building. The first is this instance of the store here. I'm just going to keep it, actually I'm going to unlock it as just an optional space for exploration. I'm going to leave that door there. The next we've already reviewed is the gear machine. We're going to leave that in the state that we already created it in. So now also I've gone ahead and established a location for the foreman's office, part of the fiction that we established in the level design document. If we drift up all the way here to the third floor, we find the office here for the foreman. And we have this door here that I placed. We started this as locked because this is something that we're going to need to find the foreman's keys for in the workers' houses district of the level. And we can also see through the windows of this office the gear wheel in the distance. So that's kind of an interesting bit of foreshadowing for the gameplay that's to come. Lastly, at the rear of the mill building here, where the player leaves the mill and they kind of start the next beat, I've added another one of the door actors, mainly just to create a nice kind of barrier, a nice kind of transition from the interior to the exterior. Shown here is beat 3. There's only one actor needed for beat 3, and that actor we already covered already. This is the switch actor for the bridge controls. As the player leaves the mill building, they see this. This is an image of beat 4. In beat 4, the player encounters the district of the workers' houses along the sloped road going up to the town hall, and this is where they first encounter the barricade actors that deny them access to search for the foreman's keys in the workers' houses. And here we see in the level where I placed the barricade actors throughout the level. They block the entrances to the houses. I also included some doors, but these doors are locked. So when the player first comes up to this house here, so for example, and they search it, they find, oh, I can't get in through a locked door. And then when they come to the back, they find I can't get through there. There's a barricade preventing me from going inside. This house I've left open as just an optional search location, a bit of exploration, really. The next beat is beat 5. That includes exploring the town hall. So in the town hall, we need to find, at least we need to find the crowbar actor to return back to the workers' houses and search them. But I've also included some barricades just for a bit of exploration and more interest. This is the path up to the town hall. We find the entrance is barricaded. The player has to find an alternate way in. They come in through the window. They go inside here and they find the crowbar actor inside the town hall. And from there, they can choose if they want to take this back route down the hazardous stair path, or they can, if they return to the front of the building, because this was a one-way drop, they can actually use the crowbar to go back to the workers' house directly, breaking open this barricade and returning to their search. Shown here is beat 6. Beat 6 includes, finally with the crowbar in hand, able to go and open the workers' houses and search for the missing foreman's keys needed back at the mill building. So the idea here is there's the last place you search in the workers' houses will be the place that you find the foreman's keys. Shown here in the viewport are the 3 workers' houses where you might find the keys, depending on the order in which you search. So this is where it's convenient to use some naming conventions, or at least some logical kind of naming idea when you name your actors, your instances placed in the world. I've just called these foreman's keys 1, 2, and 3. You can see as I click here, it's showing me the location in the viewport. So for foreman's keys 1, they're here in the upstairs of the building on a desk or something. Foreman's keys 2 are placed in a closet in the upstairs. Foreman's keys 3 in the third of the houses are located, if I go through this door, they're located on the first floor in this closet pantry sort of area here off of the kitchen. So the idea here is eventually we're going to script this so that that logic works where the last place the player enters is the place they find the keys. And the last thing that's important to note here is since we set up this logic for these keys to open only the foreman's office, you can see here as I select each foreman's keys in the world outliner, you can see that I've selected the instance of the door and where the foreman's office is. that these keys specifically open the foreman's door. You're only going to find one of the keys. Let's remember that. But they all are set in their properties here to open the foreman's office. Shown here is the progression all the way to the final beat of the game, beat 9, where the player returns to the abandoned mill and they have the foreman's keys in hand. So we're going to look at how the properties are set up between the actors in the abandoned mill building for the final beat of the game. This is the top floor of the mill building where the foreman's office is. We now assumedly have the player has the keys in hand. They're able to open this door, which is set to locked, but the keys are set to open it. So they go inside. They're able to take the gear wheel, which, if you recall, uses the basic interactive key parent logic. And this gear wheel is set to open the BPC gear machine. So if we click this little spyglass here, it just zooms us right down to the gear machine. It shows us that this will open, unlock, and actually activate the gear machine. So the one missing step we have here is in the sort of narrative gameplay logic of this whole level is that when power is restored here, power is restored out here to the switch that operates the bridge. So we're going to have to do some scripting in the level blueprint to make this happen, to get power to the switch and to create some kind of movement that actually extends the bridge and allows the player to succeed and win the final objective of the level.